Have you ever wondered how you ended up with your mother's smile, your father's eyes, or even your great-grandfather's knack for storytelling? Everything that makes you, well, you can be traced back to one miraculous molecule, deoxyribonucleic acid, or as we commonly know it, DNA. A fascinating journey awaits us today as we unravel the mysteries of DNA. So fasten your mental seatbelts and prepare for a deep dive into the world of genetics. DNA, in its most basic form, is a long molecule that contains our unique genetic code. Like a recipe book, it holds the instructions for making all the proteins in our bodies. This might seem like a simple job, but when you consider that the human body has over 100,000 different proteins, it quickly becomes clear that DNA has its work cut out for it. And it's not just about proteins. DNA is the blueprint of life. It contains all the information needed to build and maintain an organism. Each DNA molecule is a long double helix that resembles a twisted ladder. The steps of this ladder are made up of a pair of what we call nucleotides. These nucleotides come in 4 types, represented by the letters A, T, C, and G. Each letter stands for a chemical base: adenine, thymine, cytosine, and guanine. The order of these bases is what determines our unique genetic code. Now, before we go any further, take a moment to hit that subscribe button for Mind Musings so you won't miss out on more exciting journeys into the world of knowledge. Back to DNA, you might be wondering, how do these bases dictate everything about us? Well, the sequence of the A, T, C, and G bases in a DNA molecule determines what kind of information is stored in a part of the DNA. Think of it like the alphabet. Just as letters of the alphabet form words and sentences, sequences of DNA bases form instructions for building an organism. In a nutshell, DNA is the mastermind behind our existence. It's the reason why we have our parents' traits and why no two humans are exactly alike, except identical twins, of course. But DNA doesn't work alone. It collaborates with RNA, a molecule similar to DNA, to create proteins. The information in DNA is transferred to RNA in a process called transcription. The RNA then uses this information to build proteins in a process known as translation. This DNA-RNA protein pathway is a fundamental concept in biology known as the central dogma. So, to summarize, DNA is a long, double helical molecule that carries our unique genetic code. It's made up of 4 types of nucleotides, represented by the letters A, T, C, and G. The sequence of these nucleotides determines the instructions for building and maintaining an organism. DNA also works hand in hand with RNA to create proteins, following the central dogma of biology. And that, in essence, is the magic of DNA. It's the reason we are who we are. Thank you for joining Mind Musings on this enlightening journey into the world of DNA. Remember, the world is full of wonders waiting to be discovered. So until next time, keep your curiosity alive and your mind open.